our voracious villain, our $1 million menace. But he's kind of cute, although voles do cause millions of dollars of damage annually on commercial crops across the United States. Voles look like house mice, but you're not going to find them in your house. They live underground. They make all kind of tunnels and burrows, and they have their litters underground. And that's the other thing about voles, is they reproduce very quickly and a lot. But they feed a lot of things. Most of your predatory birds, they eat voles. Your owls, they eat voles at night. Then you have all of your cats, your bobcats, your lynx. You've got your dogs, your coyotes. All of those eat voles. Snakes eat voles. And since voles live underground, in farmland or in a garden, the very best way to get rid of them is to till up the ground. Except we are no-till. So what are we going to do about it? Now we can go raise beds, put a screen on the bottom, and that prevents them from digging up into the raised beds. You can also use containers with small enough holes that the worms can still move in and out, the life in the soil can still move in and out, but they're not going to be able to access your plants. Now using live traps, that's one method. That's a little difficult. They don't bait very easy. Apples are supposed to be pretty good, but I've not had any success with that. Some farmers in France came up with this stainless steel tube that's a spring-loaded trap that goes right in their tunnel. When they climb through it, you know what happens then. There are poisons, but I do not recommend that at all. What I found that works the very best for keeping them out of the crops without using a mechanical barrier is castor oil. Castor oil deters quite a few burrowing critters. Your moles, your gophers, it's supposed to do armadillos, and Chubby, our groundhog. Except when Chubby gets a taste of something, you got to live trap him and move him out of the way. Now castor oil comes in a couple different forms, and what we're going to do here is with these trenches, I'm just going to put down a solid layer, and then we're going to water it in, and that'll soak into the ground, and it'll create sort of a wall. Now you can get castor oil as a liquid, and that penetrates pretty fast. This is more slow acting, but I'm going to make sure I surround this entire sweet potato bed. Then we're going to water it in. Then tomorrow, I'm going to put some mulch on top of that, and I'm going to do another layer of castor oil on the mulch. So if they decide that they're going to try to tunnel under, that'll deter that also. I'm putting this on very heavy in these trenches. Now castor oil in this form is perfectly safe for your plants. You can use it around your animals. Castor oil comes from the castor bean, which one refining method makes castor oil, which is safe. The other refining method makes ricin, which is one of the most deadly poisons there is. But this is a safe castor oil, so not to worry. Now I've got this around the entire bed, all the way around, up and down each one of those. And I'm just going to water this in. And of course today, it was hot enough that these new slips need watered also. And that's why we got these rain barrels out here. Makes getting the water really fast. Well, let me finish watering this in. Now that we've got this fully watered in, let's go ahead to the other patch and get its border started. Now when I cleared this area out, I just piled it heavy on all four sides, so we'll be able to use that mulch and mulch back in here tomorrow. And what the goal is to have a continuous barrier up and down each one of these rows and around the entire area. From what I understand, voles normally eat bark off of trees, and they're more grass and seed feeders. But what I found is they really like potatoes and sweet potatoes. Let's water this in, and tomorrow we'll come back and we'll take these leaves and we'll fill these trenches and mulch back around here. If you're going to use the liquid castor oil, that's a little more concentrated. And then of course you don't have to come back and water it in because you're applying it with some water. And this is why we got barrels all over the garden. That way I don't have to walk very far. So all of these starts look like they're doing pretty good from yesterday, even in the heat of today. And that's all we need to do tonight. Tomorrow we'll come back and we'll put the mulch in here, add a little more castor oil, water them in good, and we'll be good to go. Now that that's done, you know what I think? I think we need to plant something. I got a little stretch right here. Just doesn't have anything in it. Let's go ahead and open this up to bare soil. I got some purple beans I want to put in the ground. Just move that mulch out of the way. We really do like these Royal Burgundy Bush Stringless, but I also want to try this Royal Purple. These radishes ought to be fun. I'm just barely pushing these down, making sure they got soil contact. Don't push them down too hard, you don't want to crack your bean. Now with the radishes, we're going to do this strictly roost out style. And I'm going to plant them all. I'm just going to scatter these across the top, and the way they come up is the way they're going to come up. Pat that down, put just a little bit of mulch over it, hold that moisture. And for everybody out there going, what is he doing? I bet we get something germinating. And I just scratched that itch to plant something. If you've had trouble with voles or are having trouble with voles, I've given you a few ideas. Castor oil works really, really well if you don't want to get medieval on them. There's several different brands, and I've used most of them. They're all pretty good. I haven't tried the liquid yet, and I do have a Amazon link for what I mostly use. But since we planted those sweet potatoes yesterday and I needed to get some down today, of course, I ran out of what I normally use, and I was able to pick up this other brand. It's going to work just fine. I've had really good success with that also. You can do this too. And here's the deal, if I'm not successful using this year, I can pull all of this fence down and we can till the garden up and start over. I don't think we'll have to come to that, but there is options. You can go medieval if you need to. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you.